Okay guys, we are to phase 2. This is the warm up and cool down guide. This will actually be the same warm up and cool down guide for phase 2 and phase 3. So you'll get really familiar with these moves. The warm up moves start with leg swings, and that's just taking one leg and swinging it. And you can hold on to something for balance. You'll just do, but I usually do 10 each leg. And then you'll do side shuffles. You're just in a half squat and you just shuffle to the side. Okay, this is a great leg warm up too. It kind of warms up through the ankle and the feet. And then lateral lunges. That's just same thing as a side lunge. Remember, from the side, I'll show you. You're sticking the butt out to the back wall so it can warm up and work that quad. Okay, and the butt. And then we have walking lunges, which are just here, and you don't have to go real deep into the lunge. Okay, remember this is the warm up, so just a half lunge is good through the warm up. Butt kicks from the side. You can take the jump out of it if you need to. Push-ups you're familiar with, floor dips. You're on the floor, your butt never leaves the floor, and you just lean back. This will stretch the chest and the triceps and the shoulders. So this is a good one. And then you'll finish the warm up with arm circles. So just arm circles forward, arm circles back, and then make them bigger. Okay, so do a few smaller ones and then some big ones each direction. And then when you're finished with each workout, your cool down guide, I put a bunch of stretches on there. Just use the ones that you feel like you need to after that particular workout. But the first one is just a neck stretch, and you never want to pull on the head, but instead just rest your hand on your head and just let the stretch happen naturally. Okay, each side. A shoulder stretch, you're just bringing your arm across the body. Grab above the elbow if you can, and try not to tense up that shoulder. Just drop it down away from the ear so you have a good distance for that shoulder stretch each side. A chest stretch, you link your fingers behind and just pull so it stretches the chest. Now, if you cannot link your fingers behind, you would just sit down. Your hands are behind and you just push the chest out. Okay, if you can't link your fingers. The knee to chest stretch standing is just bringing the knee up, okay, to your chest. Your quad stretch is you're grabbing the ankle, pulling it behind. Once you find your balance, then push the hip forward. Okay, so it can really stretch from the top of the hip all the way down to the knee on each side. Your bent over hamstring stretch, your heel is on the floor, and you just roll down as far as you can get, reaching for the toes. You should feel it right through the back of that leg. And then while you're down here, you add a chest stretch, which is just turning up and twisting up. And I'll stretch through the back too. The runner's lunge, there's two ways to do it, depending on your flexibility. You can be here resting on the quad, or you can be down here with hands planted on the floor. You can bend the back knee, which just deepens, all these things just deepen the stretch a little bit. You can even come down to your elbows. Just kind of depending on your flexibility, you'll do it each side. You can add a twist at the end of this one, which will help stretch the chest and the back and the shoulder. The lateral lunge hold, you're just coming and holding in that side lunge position. Again, depending on flexibility, you could just be up here, okay, which is fine too. Stretches at the end of your workout should not hurt. It should feel like a good stretch, some relief of that balled up tension in that muscle, but it should not be painful. So if it is, then back off that stretch and modify it a little bit. Don't go as deep into that stretch. A staff pose. You're on the floor, both feet are straight, and the feet are flexed, And you just lean, hinge at the hips forward till you feel a stretch through the hamstring. Just sit there for a couple seconds and then relax into it. And then one leg hamstring stretch, you just bend one leg, stretching through the straight leg. Knee to chest laying down. I like to do one at a time because I feel like I can focus on that leg better. You can even roll the ankle around here while you're down there. Butterfly stretch is bringing the soles of your shoes together. You want to push the knees down. Again, this may be right here your range of flexibility, and that's okay. Okay, you're just getting a stretch through the inner thighs, wherever your range of flexibility is. The cobra stretch, you're here. This is a great stretch for your core. Okay, so after doing like Wednesday's abs or something like that, a good core workout, this is a great stretch. Even the cat stretch, again, is a good stretch for the core. And then, and then child's pose is your last stretch. That's great through the lats, the back, and just a good way to end your workout and relax. And there is your warm-up and cool-down guide.